Hello everyone, I'm George from Ireland, and here I am at the Pagoda in Kew Gardens. So this Chinese folly was begun in 1761. It was designed by Sir William Chambers, a North British and Swedish architect who'd travelled extensively in the Far East, studying East Asian architecture. And it was built by order of Princess Augusta, who was then the widow of Prince Frederick, Prince of Wales. As in that Princess Augusta, she's the mother of King George III, and Augusta in the United States is named in her honour, another Germanic princess from one of the German princely states. I don't recall which one, of course, because Germany wasn't united at the time. There are many more or less independent countries in Germany back then. So people were starting their craze for all things Chinese, and indeed the pottery at the time, which made people go potty, was chinoiserie, and Josiah Wedgwood was beginning to make that sort of thing as well. Those Chinese style porcelain, ceramic bowls, dishes, little objets d'art, doll deities. So no self-respecting upper class household would be without a few trinkets which were faux Chinese, or indeed the genuine article, and that's why we call those porcelain things China with a small c. So you can walk up inside it under ordinary circumstances. It's closed for the winter, which somewhat surprises me. I think coronavirus might be an additional explanation, and it provides a magnificent vista over West London. And because very few things were that tall way back in the 18th century when it was built. And there were lots of dragons, wooden dragons that were built, which gradually disappeared as that they rotted away. And so then in 2018, they recreated them out of I'm not sure which material. So there you can see it. Now, if you're a fan of Rupert Bear, as I was many moons ago, there is a Rupert Bear story, which I don't recall, something to do with this pagoda here in Kew Gardens. And indeed, if you go beyond the wall of Kew Gardens, then there's an adjacent street called Pagoda Road, which is leading right up to it. So you can see for miles around over the River Thames. On the other side of it is the Royal Mid-Surrey Golf Club, where I have never set foot. I'm violently anti-golf. So that's just a little idea of what this is like. So walking away from it, giving some idea of the scale of it. How many stories is that? Is it 8 stories? I'm not sure how tall it is, but it's not low, I think you'll agree. So do come to Kew Gardens. It's so Elysian on a mild spring day such as this. We're actually very close to the boundary wall, but because of all the greenery, you wouldn't be able to see it even when I point in the right direction. So there's your pagoda. And we go all the way around here. The boundary wall is yonder, only you can't see it. It's obscured by all the plant life. There's several gates. There's Lion Gate, Victoria Gate, and I don't recall which. There's obviously a riverside walk just inside the boundary. Then outside the fence, there's another riverside walk, as in hard by the River Thames. So, giving you an idea what it's like. Now, the woodwork I think is quite attractive. The brown brickwork is rather banal, don't you think? You can find that anywhere around here. But they do build in similar bricks in China. Well, why wouldn't they? Bricks don't vary a great deal. Okay, so that's enough. So please follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and book online lessons with me in history, politics, religious studies, interview practice for all sorts of things, citizenship, French, law, whatnot, and get me to translate for you from French, Spanish, Italian, Romanian, Russian or German, and that's enough. Okay, so I'll say goodbye. There's a big kite going into Heathrow over there. You can hear it overhead, and that away is the Royal Mid-Surrey Golf Club, which you can maybe just about make out in the fairway through the fence. Oh, and some of the H-shaped rugger posts. London Welsh at their rugby ground hard by. Okay, so that's enough from me. So goodbye everyone from Kew Gardens. Toodaloo.